it is hot. As it's actually not really hot. It's like I don't know how to explain African weather. It's like when it's chilly. No, it's not even chilly. Other countries would call this, oh, this is good weather, and here it's like, this is cold. So anyway, cold weather. I will be eating mukbangish video, but I don't do videos like this, but I'm trying to like branch out and do other videos because I can't be talking about shows. That's why I never post. But anyway, I want to be talking about the Shxtsngigs video. I mean, them. And I want to be talking about male podcasters. Now, I don't really give a fuck about male podcasters because most of them are just misogynistic, and most of them are just grifters, and yeah, I don't give a fuck about them. I want to get my Fanta. I love Fanta. I only get interested in male podcasters that cater to women. Let me cater to you, my man, baby, you blow me away.
Okay.
Because it's weird, like male podcasts who just like are funny and women like them, and they like know that their core audience are women, so they kind of cater to that. I don't like those podcasters. They're these white podcasters, these white brothers. I just think they're just fake as hell, and I just don't find them funny. And okay, let's just talk about Shxtsngigs. Shxtsngigs are basically these two people, Timon and Pumbaa. Let me stop. James and Fuhad, and they have a podcast where basically they read stories like Am I the Asshole, or they read like tweets, and they just sit there and and just laugh. That's their content basically. So I used to see their videos a lot of black women like them, and I just was like, okay, I guess. Like, some of them were funny. Like, I'll put this TikTok that I really thought was like me. I just really thought like they were kind of fake. Like, when they would just be laughing, their like laughing was so fake. And me, I really just don't vibe with people who are like act like good people. Like, I feel like everybody has their own, you know, shortcomings, you know. And I feel like, I don't know if they said it on the podcast, their shortcomings, but I just feel like the videos I saw was always them just laughing and just like being like not really my type of content. I don't even listen to podcasts. I don't listen to true crime podcasts, and honestly, I listen to Ron Mango. And I also want to do a video about Nikakata Avocado. It's coming soon. But anyway, I just thought that they were just like kind of fake. Like, I know you're gonna be like, hey, when it's because of hindsight that you know that they are fake. No, I always thought that. Like, for real, I'm not even trying to be like those people who are like, I always thought that. I just thought like, okay, I guess. And most of their audience are comprised of black women, because black women love validation, even if it's from anybody. They'll eat up validation from anybody. If it's a white man saying, I like black girls, they'll eat it up. If it's Robert De Niro only marrying black women, they'll eat it up. If it's a cat on the fucking street saying I love black women, they eat it up, because black women have such low self-esteem. Some black women, not black women, because I'm a black woman and I don't have low self-esteem about me being black, but some black women, because black women are not really like always chosen, they have low self-esteem, and that's why they like eat these videos up. They eat these people up who give them an ounce of respect that every other race gets, that every other race will say it's the bare minimum, but for black women it's like their whole world. And so I was just like, me, I'm not into this. So their core audience are black women most of the times who talk about shits and gigs. Every time I saw people talking about good male podcasters, they would always be on the list. And I just didn't care. I was like, okay, they're good male podcasters. They're good to women. They don't talk shit about women. And I just saw this TikTok video where it's like the only criteria in male podcasting that gets you not hated on is just you don't talk shit about women. That's the only requirement. It's so silly. And yeah, and what is it called? So basically the Shxtsngigs situation was that they went on an American tour, and they went on this racist ugly ass niggas podcast called Andrew Schultz. He's so fucking ugly and he's so fucking old, but he acts like a fucking 8-year-old. He's a tired ass comedian whose jokes are fucking racist and they're fucking old. He can't even think of anything new. He's just using the same ass jokes that everybody has been using for the last 50 years about black people or about every other race. Because there's a video of him talking about having an Indian man on his podcast, and he was busy calling him Aladdin. It's like, Aladdin is Arabic. He's not Indian. Are you fucking stupid? So it's like, the dude is stupid. He's not educated on anything. He just thinks like 10-year-old jokes are funny. He's a loser, and that's basically what he is. He's just a fucking loser.
He has elaborate bullshit ideas every 10 seconds. Hey Teddy, let's doorbell ding dong ditch. You 36.
And so I don't know why these black men went on this white man's podcast who has talked bad about black women before. So they go on the podcast, right? And they start talking about the black women effect. If you don't know what the black women effect, it was basically like going around on Twitter, TikTok of white men were posting videos where they would post before they started dating a black woman and after. So before, they would post like they're wearing ugly clothes, they kind of had like a shaggy hairstyle, they just looked bad. Then after, they start glowing up, they start looking good, they start going to the gym, they have nice fresh cuts, they have beards, they're just looking good. So Shxtsngigs were trying to explain to this ugly ass nigga Andrew Schultz that the black woman effect, basically wara wara. So they said they start growing beards and stuff, and then Andrew Schultz was like, they start growing beards and stuff because black women be hitting their boyfriends, and they need a cushion because black women are angry and black women are aggressive and black women are violent. And then they were laughing their fucking asses off.
Like, this
you don't know about this.
Glow up the other culture.
Yeah, so you'll see a guy who's had a black girlfriend, all of a sudden he's got buzz cut, like clean shape up. Glows up, bro.
I like that.
I like that.
They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed being around this black girl complaining about shit all the fucking time. That's why they gotta shave their hair.
Nah, bro. White guys with black girlfriends, they
grow a beard
because
there's more cushion when they get slapped the fuck out of.
That's hilarious.
I think the black girlfriend effect. It might be a protective instinct, bro.
You think?
Protective.
Yeah. Do you guys have you ever had black girlfriends?
Yeah.
Have you ever had white girls?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. What's your favorite?
We love them all.
Yeah.
Oh really?
We love them all.
Yeah.
That means white.
That means white.
Hey, let me get the US translation.
Kendrick fans.
Shxtsngigs, these two black men, one is biracial, one is black. So these two men who are, one is half black, one is fully black, dark skin black man, start going laughing. You could see these people's molars from how they were laughing. They were like holding their stomach, they were laughing their fucking asses off. And then they were like, no, like they started having like these good cuts and like short hair and cuts. And then Andrew Schultz is like, it's because of all the stress that they get from dating a black woman. And then they're fucking laughing their fucking asses off. What? And was just not surprising to me. It was surprising to me when I saw why they were getting canceled, and I was like, why are they getting canceled? And then I went to see the clip, and I was like, what? Y'all laughing at this? Anyway, they're fucking stupid. Now I'm gonna talk about this from a PR perspective, and I'm gonna talk about this from being just fucking racist. They've always just been really weird about black women, and in the past people have found videos of them, of mainly James talking about how he was bullied by black women and how he never dated black women until recently. He kind of had a hate for black women, and then Fuhad was also talking about how he dates white women.
It doesn't matter anyways. But she was on a TV show. I can't remember what TV show it was called actually. And this girl that I was fucking with at the time used to watch that TV show, and she was like, oh, there was this girl that, because she wants mixed race kids, like her heart is set on it, so she wants a black man. That's all she goes for, black men. And there's this girl that she used to watch on a TV show who was obviously black. She was like, oh, I wish I was her. And I'm thinking, what?
Jesus Christ.
She kept on saying, oh, I wish I was black, I wish I was black. I'm thinking,
Jesus Christ.
What?
For starters, if you was black, you wouldn't be getting any black men, so I'm just saying.
You are dumb, unattractive, overweight, unworthy, untalented. I hope you take it personally. Whenever you feel like you're not in control or the world is against you, take it personally. Every thought in your mind is dumb. Every word you speak is dumb. Congratulations.
About black women, and in the past people have found videos of them, of mainly James talking about how he was bullied by black women and how he never dated black women until recently. He kind of had a hate for black women, and then Fuhad was also talking about how he dates white women, and they were basically like just like being really disrespectful, but like nobody saw these clips until now, because every time, you know, someone fucks up, people start going through your archives to see like, were you always like this, or were you just tricking us, or were you just like having a one-time mistake? So we find this video of them like talking shit about black women, kind of, and it's like, so while Fuhad, who is dark-skinned black man, has a dark-skinned black mom, probably has a dark-skinned black dad, he's there laughing his ass off. So are you saying that your mom is violent? Are you saying that your mom is causing people stress? Are you saying that your mom, basically you're talking shit about your mom because your mom is black, fully black, dark skin? So are you talking about your mom? They were laughing their asses off. And let's get to the next part of this video, which is their fucking apology video.
So if you know, you know. If you don't, that's fine. But we just wanted to address something that's happening at the minute. This past weekend, there's been a couple clips going around from when we did a session on the Flagrant podcast while we were on our US tour. And yeah, there were a few jokes made that were incredibly inappropriate. One specifically pertaining to black women. And in the clip, Andrew was making a joke. I'm not even going to get into specifics. Making a frankly racist joke. And we were laughing at it. And to give, there's first of all, before we get into like specifics or anything like that, obviously there's just literally no excuse. There is no excuse.
Agreed.
And fight or flight is a real thing. Like it is, fight or flight is a real thing, and it's so not easy to say, but when you're in those situations, you look at it through a lens of like, bro, if it was me, I promise you I'll stand up, I'll kick them cameras down, I would smack homeboy in the face, I would say this, I would do that. But when you're in there, you're in shock.
You're in shock, and all you want to do is move on.
Bro, move on is the fucking word, bro. All you want to do is fucking move on. Just move on to the next thing. Just move on to the next thing. And like we had to say a few times, bro, just move on. Just move on.
So many different topics. We were like, move on. And it's not even like about pity laughs or anything, but we just wanted to
get out of that situation.
Literally get out of that situation, keep the ball rolling. And we thought it was going to be more of like a bros chat, but it ended up being something
that's like really, really hurt people that look to us for support and look to us to feel protected. And protected is the main thing that I wanted to discuss, is that it is our duty to protect you guys.
Facts.
And it is definitely not cool to be in that situation. And again, not be the ones to stand up and kick the cameras down. And we fucked it on that occasion.
We did.
It's not going to happen again. And it's about being human. It's about realizing that you don't know what you're prepared for. You don't know how to prepare for something
you don't know
that you
about.
don't know what's
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
And once it's happened one time, you're like, fuck, all right.
You learn from your mistakes, and that's literally you
Literally, bro.
learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, we
man.
fucked it, and we're
Basically, after the whole thing goes up and people are mad as fuck because most of their fan base are women, are black women. And the thing is that black women don't forgive. And they don't forget. They're not like other races where, like, if you say the N-word, other races will kind of let it go. Black women don't forget. Especially if it's like, if you cross them, basically. If you cross us, basically, it's like we don't forget forever. And I feel like we stand on business for real when it comes to canceling people. And they will never have a proper 100% trustworthy career ever again where they can get Nella Rose on their podcast, where they can get all these people on their podcast. Nobody's gonna want to go on their podcast. No black woman is gonna want to go on their podcast after what they did. And most of their black women fans are kind of gonna dip. They're gonna be like, I'm not longer listening to you guys are weird. And people are saying that when this Andrew Schultz ugly ass old ass man who's old as fuck but has the humor of an 8-year-old was busy out here saying all this stuff and you guys were laughing your asses off, why didn't you, if you really respected black women, you would have just been like, nah, that's not funny. And I went and watched D'Angelo Wallace's video, and then there's this clip of this white man who was on the Andrew Schultz show, and then they were busy kind of making fun of him or making fun of other people, and he was like, you guys are not funny, you're just making fun of people and it's not funny. And he just James and Fuhad were like, anyway, let me explain their apology. Basically, they were like, we want to apologize to the community, to your fan base or to black women, make it specific. And then we were like, we went on a show and then these guys were saying some racist ass shit and then we were busy laughing along, and it was almost like I'm gonna be putting like a male voice. It was almost like
B had like fight or flight, like we were just like stuck, and like, you know, like when you're watching it, you're like, I would have just freaked out and just like crashed out and like kicked out the cameras and said, this interview's over. But when you're there, you're just like stuck.
What? Girl, I've never been stuck in my life. I've had people say nonsense to me and I've been like, that shit is not funny, or I'm not gonna accept you saying that. I've had the closest people to me say some stupid ass shit and I've been like, I don't agree with you and I think you should stop saying that. But they were like, oh, when you're in that situation you kind of get frozen and you kind of get stuck and you just... What? Bro, these people are so ridiculous. And we're like, we just want to apologize to our community, this PR ass like apology. And people were like, we're not accepting this, bye, we're no longer watching your fucking videos. And I think they're gonna lose a big chunk of their audience. Some people might forgive them, some people might not. I think a lot of people will not forgive them because it's just like black women get hated on so much that we're kind of tired and we're just like, whatever. Me, I'm not affected because I never liked them from the beginning because I thought they were kind of fake. Like, they're laughing and they're like, their podcast was just like not for me. Like, I just don't like fake people. So I kind of got that vibe, and I know you're gonna be like, Wendy, it's because you're in hindsight, you now know. And no, I didn't think they were racist. I actually thought, you know, that it's just because, like, I don't know, I really did think that they supported black women because they had Nella Rose on their podcast. You know, they had a lot of things on their podcast. And I was just like, okay, so these guys are just like guys who just in London who make these videos, and they have a podcast, whatever. I don't give a fuck about them because I don't watch male podcasters. Not interested in that. I don't even like podcasts. I only listen to Rotten Mango and like true crime basically, and history podcasts, because I love history. I also will start doing videos on history on this channel. But yeah, I was just like, these guys are fake as fuck, and I hope they lose a big chunk of their audience, or I hope they come up with another apology that's actually sincere and not fake as fuck like this apology that's probably written by some PR team that they have. And that's why I'm trying to say that don't trust these men who come here and act nice and stuff. I'm not saying that people are fake as hell, but I'm just saying that when men do the bare minimum, don't come here and start applauding them, especially as black women who, when we get crumbs, or when they get crumbs, I don't partake in crumbs. But when a lot of black girls, young girls especially, get fed crumbs because they never get fed crumbs, they go like, oh my gosh, and they start going crazy for this person who's probably just using them to get in check, to gain followers. When they get that, they just start supporting the people, and they just put all their energy into these people. And I'm just like, guys, be careful, because a lot of these people are colorist. A lot of these people have pasts that are like really weird, and I'm not saying that they can't change. And I just hate that idea of like somebody gets famous and then people start going to 2011 to see what they posted in 2011. And I'm just like, guys, that's whack as hell. Just let the person can change from 2011 to 2024. Like, yeah, that's like lame as hell. But that video of them talking about how, oh, James used to hate black women because they would bully him and call him a half-breed. Do I believe that only black women were saying that? No, I believe that black boys and black girls were saying that, but he directed his anger towards black girls even more because he thought they were ugly. He said they were ugly, and Fuhad was basically like kind of agreeing with him. And I was just like, Timon and Pumbaa, I don't even want to call them Timon and Pumbaa because Timon and Pumbaa were cool as hell, but you're very much giving Timon and Pumbaa, and it's like, I knew y'all was fake as fuck. And as soon as I saw why they were getting cancelled, I was like, I finally fucking knew it. Finally, it's come to light. Anyway, I hope they come out with a sincere apology, and I hope to all the black women who are watching this, don't just subscribe to anybody who gives you a crumb. It's just because they were black men, so you're ready to trust them even more than like any other race who caters to black women. But it's just like, I fucking knew it. And I'm always right about people's energies, and it's because I'm just like, this person is weird. This person's weird, and people never trust me until it comes out that this person is weird. And thank God that it's come out, and I hope they release an actual apology to all their fans, because I'm not a fan. I don't give a fuck about them if they don't apologize, if they do. And the fact that their apology video was like 5 minutes, and then they go on with their normal podcast, I was like, so y'all not gonna like just post the apology by itself? Anyway, choose to forgive them, choose to not. Me, I don't give a fuck about forgiving them. I don't give a fuck about not forgiving them. I don't give a fuck about them. So I just wanted to come here and say that don't trust men with podcasts. Don't just trust a guy who's like funny. And all these guys that I see on TikTok where women just praise them because they just do the bare minimum of not disrespecting women. And I'm just like, these guys are fake as fuck. Like, I feel like if we went into their brain a little bit, we were gonna see some red flags, like, for real. But I don't know, I feel like a lot of women underestimate how much men really just kind of don't like women, or they kind of have this thought about women that might, or an opinion about women that might be controversial, even if it's one or two. And I feel like women should be cautious of that. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Shxtsngigs. I don't give a fuck about y'all, but I just wanted to talk about black women trusting these losers and these men. I'm just like, why? Don't ask for the bare minimum. We deserve everything. Don't settle for the bare minimum. We should be settling for the highest. I know a lot of people disrespect us. I know a lot of people call us ugly. I know a lot of people whatever. But we're beautiful and we're amazing, and we are the blueprint basically for everything. So yeah, anyway, that's what I wanted to say about this situation. So subscribe if you want to hear my opinions about shows, current topics. I'm gonna just talk about current topics now, and history, and I won't be doing true crime. I don't like true crime, talking about those stuff, but I will be just doing more commentary about life and about internet talk, because I feel like I should, and I feel like that's like interesting to me, kind of. I won't really be talking about celebrities because I don't give a fuck. But anyway, my next video is going to be about Nikocado Avocado. So if you want to see that, me breaking down his whole career, subscribe, because that's going to be the next video. I'm going to work on it. I'm probably going to work on it starting today. It's just, I'm so thirsty. So tired. I didn't even do a mukbang. But I definitely will do a mukbang with my Nikocado Avocado. But I won't be doing an annoying ass mukbang where I'm chewing in your fucking face. But yeah, see y'all probably next week. So peace out. Turned up with my niggas, turned up with my bitches. It's not effective. I'm African, so I use Celsius. It's not effective. I ain't got nigga, and a nigga ain't got me. I'm about to show my ass. This nigga's love a freak. How is this your man if he right here with me? Hey, turned up with my niggas. Hey, turned up with my bitches. Anyway, Stan Glorilla. Bye.